Our Young Alumni Award here is presented to an individual that has been part of the Morgan Park Academy community way back when she started here in kindergarten. Dr. Latania Logan was born and raised in Morgan Park and is an MPA K-12 lifer. She graduated with the class of 1993 at the age of 16. She then attended the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. All right, I'm going to say go blue, even though I'm an Iowa Hawkeye. You beat us in football, we got you in the basketball tournament, so we're even for this year. All right, where she attended where she studied biology and was pre-med, and then entered medical school at Wayne State University in Detroit, Michigan. After earning her MD, Dr. Logan came back to Chicago to complete her residency and fellowship at Northwestern University and Lurie Children's Hospital in Pediatrics and Pediatric Infectious Diseases. After completing all of her training, she accepted a position at Rush University Medical Center, where she has worked ever since. Dr. Logan is currently the Chief of Pediatric Infectious Diseases and the Vice Chair of Research in the Development and Department of Pediatrics at Rush University Medical Center, and a Professor of Pediatrics at Rush Medical College in Chicago. She additionally serves as the hospital epidemiologist for Rush University Children's Hospital. You can see she's a very busy individual. We are thankful we were able to get her here today as well. Since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, Dr. Logan has served as the incident commander for COVID-19 response for the Women and Children's Hospitals of Rush. Dr. Logan's federally funded research focuses on the epidemiology of pediatric infectious disease due to antibiotic-resistant bacteria, and this work has been supported by the National Institutes of Health. She is the proud parent of Jaden and Jovan Logan, who are currently in 5th and 3rd graders here at MPA. She's also a member of the MPA Athletic Hall of Fame. It gives me great pleasure to be able to have Dr. Latania Logan address the class of 2023.
I wanted to start by thanking Mr. Drahazel and of course everyone at MPA and all the organizers and your class for the invitation and the honor to speak with you at your senior breakfast. Much of my time here now is dropping off and picking up my 2 lower school kids and running inside because someone forgot a folder or an assignment. So it's a very nice change and a pace to be here with the upper school and the graduating seniors. I was going to say it's also nice to be here on Academy Day, which I know had to switch for the rain, but you know, even when I went to school here, Academy Day was one of my favorite days. From the time I was in lower school, where you're winning prizes and you know playing games and sports, to when I was a high schooler, helping out with all of the events and you know enjoying seeing all of those faces and when they're eating all that candy. I think some of the games are the same ones that we used to play for prizes back in the day, which is fun and funny to see also. I will add that at the gym show, you know, when they do that parachute and, you know, they throw it over the head, I said, is that the same one we used to use back when I was here? No, then Coach Pariso said, no, Latania, we got new equipment. So it's a challenge, really, for me to figure out what I wanted to talk to you all about today. You know, so much has happened over the last 3 years that has changed all of our lives, much of which we will be sorting out for the next several decades. But what I don't want to do is focus on the negatives that we all have experienced, but what we were able to accomplish together. As part of my job as the Chief of Pediatric Infectious Disease at Rush, I have to be a leader. I have to rally my troops, keep them motivated, make sure that we are teaching the next generation of doctors and taking great care of our patients. As a researcher and a scientist, I have to generate hypotheses and perform experiments in my lab to try to figure out why these antibiotic-resistant bacteria are infecting children, young adults, and healthy people in our communities. As a hospital epidemiologist, I have to be ready for the unexpected. deal with outbreaks of bacteria, parasites, viruses, and other germs, and protect patients from getting infections inside the hospital. And although I was part of the Ebola response back in 2014, the flu pandemic before that, nothing could really prepare me for becoming the COVID commander of our healthcare system since 2020. It was a new type of leadership, requiring countless hours of preparation and response with hospital leadership, dealing with multiple waves of this relentless virus, teaching about viruses and vaccines, and calming people's fears, even when there wasn't answers, and taking care of many sick patients when supplies were limited. But as busy and as exhausting as this has been, nothing was more remarkable than watching what all of you as students, your parents and guardians, teachers, administrators, staff, and your families were able to do together during this unbelievably trying time. The world shut down in the middle of high school. You were forced to adapt to online learning, live at home with your family 24/7, the good and the bad of that, and no going out when or where you wanted. But what did you do? You got back in the game. You all adapted, doing your school lessons and presentations online, keeping track of your responsibilities, and when everything varied by the minute, and had Zoom get-togethers with friends. You took advantage of new opportunities and found ways to have fun in and outside with your families in ways that I'm sure that you never would have imagined. My family and I figured out we liked hiking. Who knew? But you persevered. You made mask wearing fashionable, and all throughout this, you continued to give back to your community with public service. You took part in social justice movements, represented the Academy at many venues, won awards, as we've heard, in academics and service and sports, and you helped others get through this, to get this by banding together. You are the definition of resilient. You exude excellence. Your mental and physical stamina are beyond compare. While I chose to take on my position, your hands were forced to take on incredible leadership responsibility as high schoolers. And here you sit today as graduating seniors who are capable of taking on anything. I believe because of your experiences, your hard work, your determination and dedication, that you will be prepared for college and beyond in ways that generations before you never could. Adaptability, the quality of being able to adjust to new conditions, is an essential piece for success in college and a career. You have to be prepared to do things outside of your comfort zone, have strong focus, be willing to compromise, work with and listen to others, and speak up for those who do not have a voice. Sound familiar? It should, because you all have adapted to our new norm and continue to do so in solidarity. Though the college environment may look different, be in a different city or state, and the people will be new, your experiences at MPA with each other and the world will allow you to adapt more easily than I'm sure that you anticipate. Life will continue to throw you curveballs, but I have no doubt that you will continue to knock it out of the park. So when you look back at your high school days, instead of reflecting on these stressful times, remember how remarkable and resilient you all are. Remember how you worked together with your friends, your family, teachers, and even strangers to make your school, your community, Chicago, and the world adjust to an unpredictable present. Continue to expect the unexpected and accept all the challenges that come your way. You are the leaders in the best. And as you step into this next phase of your lives, remember that there is nothing that you can't handle together. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you all this morning. Congratulations to the class of '22 on your graduation, and go Warriors.